Hello guys, finally there is some positive news for the cricket fans as England set to host West Indies for a 3-match test series in July. Now that's some news for the cricket community who have not watched any sort of cricket since March, which will be almost 4 months when this series commences. Back in March, the match between Australia and New Zealand was played without crowds, and it was then the ICC along with other cricket boards had decided that there won't be any cricket going further due to coronavirus. All the series were either cancelled or postponed. Anyway, coming back to West Indies versus England, both the cricket boards have agreed to play at Edgbaston and the ECB have got the clearance from the UK government. As per the latest updates, England will play their first test match on 8th of July at the AGS Bowl and then the final 2 test matches at Old Trafford on 16th and 24th of July. ECB Director of Events Steve Elworthy said that their objective is to deliver a safe environment for all the stakeholders, especially the players, but only time will tell if it was a good move. Former England player David Gower has appreciated the West Indies team for cooperating and urged rest of the world to cooperate during this pandemic. However, some of the players including Darren Bravo, Hetmeyer and Kemar Paul have refused to travel to England, and as per Michael Holding and Ian Bishop, the decision to not travel must be respected. The West Indies team will be in England in a few days and it will be interesting to see their approach in the practice sessions. West Indies have announced their 14-man squad and a couple of uncapped players have been picked. Let's have a look at the squad. The team will be led by the skipper Jason Holder. Then the top order includes Craig Braithwaite, John Campbell and Shai Hope. Then there is Shamara Brooks, Jermaine Blackwood and Roston Chase. Shane Dowrich is the only specialist keeper that's been picked in the squad. Kemar Roach and Alzarri Joseph will lead the pace attack with skipper Jason Holder being another option. Looks like Rakeem Cornwall will be their spin option along with Roston Chase. Raymond Reifer is another talented all-rounder who can bring in some variation with his left-arm seam bowling and is also a handy batsman lower down the order. He seems to be a replacement for Kemar Paul. Bonner may well make his test debut and has played for West Indies in T20 almost 8 years ago. He started his career as a leg spinner but now chooses to be a batsman and has done well in the domestic season. Then there's another new name, Holder. Shema Holder, I must say. If you haven't heard of him, let me remind you that he shared the new ball with Alzarri Joseph during the Under-19 World Cup in 2016. Holder is a great prospect for the West Indies and is in line to make his debut. It will be interesting to see if he will share the new ball with Joseph once again. Besides this squad, the West Indies Cricket Board has also picked 11 players in reserve, and the list includes a lot of new names and some familiar names like Sunil Ambrose, Gabriel, Ocean Thomas and Warrican. We now have a friend all the way from England who travelled with England to Australia and also to Sri Lanka to support his team. Let's hear it from him.
Good evening all. It's been great to be able to contact you all during this sad time for most countries. I'm very excited to be able to actually talk about cricket resuming. So a very well done to both West Indies and England cricket boards for being able to get this game going. For anybody that doesn't know, England are going to start on the 8th of July against the West Indies, and it's going to be a very short window. So England are going to have a test team, they're going to have a one-day team, but also they're going to play in a biosecure system, which in short means nobody is allowed back into their hotel. So there's no, or very slim chance of COVID being passed to him. So they'll be fit and healthy for 8th of July start date. I'm here to talk about 3 things today. England playing without a crowd, James Anderson, and again, as mentioned before, a test team and a one-day team. First of all, I thought I'd mention about the 2 teams, so the test and the one-days. I've sort of put my team together for what I think they'll look like when cricket restarts. So for me, the test team will be as follows. Burns and Sibley as the openers. I'm sure I don't have to explain why they'll be the openers. I've gone for Crawley at 3 instead of Denley. I just think with his youth and him being a better batsman. 4, Root, Test captain, and our second best Test player as a batsman for me. So he was a no-brainer that it was in the Test team. I put Stokes in my Test team at 5. I think he's valued in that team more than the one-dayers. I just think the way he can play any type of innings. So, for example, Headingley last year, being 2 off 74 or something, and then obviously what happened with Jack Leach. So I think he has to be in the Test team. Pope at 6. Again, I think it's quite explanatory. I've gone Folkes at 7. The reason I've gone for Folkes at 7 is because I think Butler's our best one-day player that we've actually ever had. I think he's better than Kevin Peterson, Alex Stewart, etc. So he had to be in there, and the best player with the gloves is Folkes, so that's why he's in at 7. I put Archer in the Test team as well at 8. I think the 19 miles an hour bowling. I'm just having a smoother run up than Mark Wood, so he can bowl more overs. So that's why I put him in the Test team and Wood in the ODI team. Then it's the spinners, which actually made me have the more questionable decision between obviously Ali, Bez, and Leach. And for me, it's got to be Leach that plays as our spinner. The reason I picked him is because I think he's better for holding an end, and I think that's what England would need in our conditions. So Jimmy, Brody, Stokesy, and Archer will get the wickets, and Leach just to hold an end up at 2.5 runs per over. And then Jimmy and Broad, I'm sure I don't have to explain anything about them too, because obviously they've got the 1,000 wickets between them. But I'd like to just put a special mention as well to James Anderson. I believe it's 586 wickets that he's on, which for any seam bowler from any country is truly remarkable. I mean, he's overtaken Glenn McGrath. I'm not saying he's better, but to play that many matches, to stay that fit, I know he's had a couple of injuries, but I think he's over them now. It's just truly remarkable. Alright, I thought I'd end with we talk about obviously playing inside grounds with no fans. Although cricket's much better if it has its fans. I do understand playing behind closed doors. All I will say on that is I'd rather have some cricket to watch than no cricket to watch. Hopefully we get to go to the ground soon, but I think that in the grand scheme of things, I think that's quite low on the priority list. I know Barmy probably think otherwise because they make such great atmospheres which will support the team, but again, with what's going on around the world, not just in England, I don't think it's a high priority. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you've got any questions, please do feel free to Fires and we'll get in contact with me to see how you'd like to discuss anything, and stay safe. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more cricket updates.